All right, guys, today we are going to show you how to make these calming jars. So you can shake that up. You can see there's a lot of different glitter. There's different sizes of glitter, and it suspends in the solution in here. And so it takes a while for everything to settle down to the bottom. So it's pretty just to look at. It's a nice calming thing for adults, especially in stressful times right now. But it's also a nice like timeout tool for children. You can shake it up and say, you have to, calm down. And when everything settles to the bottom, you can come back and join us. So it's good for that. Plus they're just pretty. So I'm going to show you how to make these today. If you're going to be giving them to young children, I recommend getting a plastic bottle. This is plastic. It's a Voss water bottle. I have run out of the ones that I had at home. I do happen to have, they make a glass bottle for their water as well. And this is a larger bottle, as you can see, but it's what I have today. So that's what we're going to work with. I will keep this for myself and then not give it to my toddler. So some of the other things we'll be using today, we have some vegetable glycerin. You can find this in smaller amounts. I just had it because we made quite a few. You'll need just a few drops of Dawn dish soap, some hot water. This has not been boiling, but it is very warm. I have glitter here. This is the same glitter we used in our other video for the slime, so it's linked there where you can find that on Amazon. And the reason we chose that, and we chose it especially for this craft, is that it has 3 different sizes of glitter of sequins in there, so it really makes for an interesting illusion, because the heavy things, the bigger pieces settle right away, and then you're left with these really small pieces that stay suspended in the glycerin. It just has a really fun, cool look. And it looks like it gives a lot of color to the calming jar, almost mimicking like if you put food coloring in there. We didn't, so it's a lot less messy that way. All right, and then the other thing you'll need, paper towels, and if you have a chopstick or something thinner that you can fit into the top of these jars to kind of mix some things up, that's useful. You don't need it, but it helps. So, all right, we're gonna get started. The first thing we're gonna do is take our vegetable glycerin, and you wanna fill it up at least halfway. Now, you can have it a little less than that. If you have it less filled, it will not suspend as long. In the ones that I make, I like to have a little over halfway. You can see this is still suspended after quite some time. So it's really up to what you want for your calming jar. So if you have a funnel, those work great. The nice thing about these Voss jars, they have a pretty wide mouth. So it's not your typical water bottle. All right, so I'm eyeballing it here, and that is a little more than halfway, which is fine because I prefer to have more of that glycerin in. All right, so I'm just gonna wipe that excess off. Okay. Let's see. You typically, actually, I've forgotten, you typically put the glitter in at the bottom, and then put a little water so it doesn't stick, but you know what, we're gonna try it this way because this is the bottle I have. So, all right, so typically if you guys are doing this at home, put the glitter in first. You need far less than what you think you need. You think you're gonna have to put a whole bunch in there. Really, you don't need a lot. I don't know if you can tell, there's really not a lot at the bottom of this calming jar once it's settled. I'm obviously gonna need more for this bigger jar. We're gonna play it by ear. I've done this a couple times, so I'm just gonna do a guesstimate here. Well, this looks prettier when you put it in on the glycerin anyhow. The last time I made a bigger jar like this, I had to add more glitter at the top anyway, because I didn't add enough the first time because I was so used to making it in the smaller jars. You don't need a whole lot. And when you fill up this jar with water, you're gonna wanna leave a little bit of space at the top because we're gonna add the Dawn detergent or the dish soap. And the reason you add that is because you can see the glitter likes all to stay together, so it kind of prevents it from clumping once you have it in there. So we are going to add our water in now. Actually, I might want to grab a funnel for this if we have our funnel handy. But you can see the separation here. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but because of where the glitter is, it's in the water there. You can kind of see it sitting on top of the glycerin. It's kind of fun. Let's just see if we can mix some of that glitter up here. All right. While my lovely assistant gets the funnel, I'm gonna add some of that soap in now since we put the glycerin in first instead of the glitter. Let's see how this is gonna work out here. Okay. Let's add the top on. Oh, that's really fun to see. You can actually like feel the difference. The cold glycerin down here in the warm water, and our glitter is right at that halfway mark. That's kind of fun. All right, let's try and get this shook up here. Let's see where we're at. Actually, that worked pretty well. Our glitter is not sticking and not clumping together, which is great. I have a little bit of a water mess on my table, but that's not a big deal, just water. You can see at this point, I don't have enough glitter. I'm probably gonna wanna add more, unless I have a bunch clumping at the top. We're gonna find out by taking the top off here. Just gonna do a stir, and there's not a bunch sitting on top, so that actually worked decently well. All right, let's add some more in. With these bigger bottles, you need some more. Maybe I'll try and stir it in as we go. We'll see if that works. Usually works best if you shake it up together. All right. The reason you have some paper towels, other than if you're messy and spill water like me, is that you can see once you add the Dawn in there and shake it up, you're gonna have bubbles. So once you are happy with where the amount of glitter that you have, you can then go back in, fill the water up to the top, and then get some of those bubbles out with the paper towels. So we're not at that point, but I will show you that when we get there. If you don't have a utensil at home, you could, I'm just thinking if you have like straws, something like that would work. And shaking works too. It's just, you can also put your finger in there, but glitter is gonna wanna stick to you, so. All right. It's a little light on glitter yet. Maybe I just have that blue I added might be just still at the top here. A lot of glitter up there, so I'm going to add some more Dawn, which means I'm going to have bubbles I'll have to deal with, but that way it'll get some of that clumping taken care of at the top. I suppose like the bubbles wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, you can leave the bubbles in there, especially if you're doing kind of a color scheme that's would be used in like a galactic type thing. You know, you can kind of make it a little cloudy looking that might look like star clusters. That'd be kind of cool. But if it does bother you, you can take a majority of it out with that paper towel at the end. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the amount of glitter there. Just gonna let this settle down a little bit. I see some glitter still kind of going up to the top there. And I'm gonna want to add some more water so I can get those bubbles out, and then we're going to seal it. I forgot to list in the beginning, we will be needing some super glue to seal the top cap part with. We have Gorilla super glue at home. It works really well for that. If you use this calming jar a lot and you shake it, you know, the water does get up there and very slowly dissolve the glue. It takes a long time to do that. It would be like if you used it all of the time, but just know that that can happen. You just want to go and check it every now and then re-glue it if need be. We've only had that happen once and we've made quite a few of them. But I just wanted to give you a heads up just in case. So you want to definitely do this toy with toddlers with parents in the room, which you know you should be doing anyway. So, all right. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to get some paper towel ready here. I'm just kind of reaching in here and just wanding it up a little bit so we can absorb the bubbles that are just sitting right on top. And it will take some of the glitter out if you're using the type I'm using, that really fine stuff. It's not a big deal. You still have a lot of glitter in there. All right, so I was able to get most of my bubbles out. It's down a little deeper, so I'm going to add some water back in, and then I'll be able to get some more of the bubbles at the top there. Whoops. So this stuff, you need very little of it for it to be effective. I'm just going to do a couple little dots in like 4 spots around the rim here. And put our cap on. And we are good to go. So that is how you make the calming jars. If you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments below. Sorry about putting the glycerin in first. I was so excited to get going. So normally you would put the glitter in first, your glycerin about halfway, add that warm water, and then put the Dawn soap on top, put the cap on, shake it up to kind of see if you're happy with the glitter you have in there. And then at that point you could add more glitter if you wanted to, mix that up, and then top it off with your water. So hopefully you guys understood what happened, even though I did it the wrong way. And thanks for joining us. Bye.